Reflexology.
that.
Give
Thank
me
you.
7, give
There
me
we go.
11. I think we got we hit on the table. All right, Trina.
I think we're good.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? No, we weren't playing craps. We were actually talking a lot of stuff, but welcome, everybody. Basto to everyone.
Awesome.
Favor. Nothing missing, nothing broken be in your life. Let me see. There we go. I'm hearing myself coming in and going. So welcome to a second look. My co-host, Miss Trina Phoenix. How are you doing, my dear?
I'm great. And how are you?
Doing good, babe. Doing good. No complaints. So you just came off the mountain, huh?
Oh, I did. And it was such a great experience. It was a heck of a climb, but oh, yeah.
How hot was it?
Angel's Landing. Yeah.
How hot was that? I mean, what
Oh,
was
it
the
was
temperature?
beautiful. It was probably, I don't know, I'm from Arizona, so it was beautiful to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we were smart, we got there 6 o'clock in the morning and started up that
Okay.
mountain. So
Yeah.
we were there when it was really beautiful and cool. The people coming up when we were coming down were hating their lives, but we were good.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah, that we took the warmer part of the day. We went through the Narrows, and that's a huge river with big canyon walls. And you just walk through the water, sometimes all the way up to your waist. And
Mm-hmm.
you just walk through this canyon. Yeah, it's an amazing, beautiful place. Beautiful.
Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you, moderators, everyone.
Yeah,
It's
so Utah, Mount Zion National Park. Anybody, if you need somewhere to go hike, that's beautiful. Wow. It's like being inside the Grand Canyon.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like springs coming out of the water and there's moss and the animals are so tame. I had squirrels surrounding me and deer. They'll just walk right up to you. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was an amazing experience. I loved it. Just amazing
Of
experience.
course, you got the oh, who is the horror guy? Stephen. Um, come on.
Spielberg?
No, 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 no. The Shining. Come on.
Oh gosh, Nicholson?
No, 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 no. The author. Uh,
Oh,
come on, folks. He's the horror guy. Pet Cemetery. Um,
Stephen King?
yes, thank you very much.
Ah, I was
So the
like,
squirrels surrounding you. So the
mhm.
thought is that, yeah, they're surrounding you, and it's like,
Yeah, they're like,
yeah.
"Where's the trail mix?" Yeah, it
Yeah.
was so funny. Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
"Where's the trail mix?" It's like they can smell it or something.
Well, Michael Drone is joining us from the Virgin Islands.
Oh, wow.
Sweet. So, hey, Lucky Stone, how you doing?
Hey,
Spirit Woman.
everyone.
So good to see everyone. Yep, Stephen King. I keep on remembering that there's a 30-second delay between what you and I are saying and what reality is for everyone else.
For a chat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't tell me time travel isn't possible. We do it all the
We're
time.
doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
interacting with it too, which is
All the
really
time.
cool. Yeah,
Um,
it's cool.
I'm becoming more and more convinced that we actually live in multiple dimensions at the same time.
Wayne, I've been thinking that too because of the dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in another reality a lot, and it's a totally different world, but it's similar, but it's more futuristic. So yeah,
People
yeah.
that daydream, which I'm one
Hmm.
of those people, always
Hmm.
had. I used to get in trouble because as a kid in school, I was in the advanced class. I was a smart kid, but I
Yeah,
got bored, and
me
I
too.
would I would daydream. Literally, I remember I had a teacher, and she says, "Mr. Steiger," she says, "would you like to come back to Earth?" And I thought that stuck in my mind
Yeah,
all my life is because she was actually right. I was somewhere else.
yeah. She was a wise woman. She knew what
Yeah,
was going on.
yeah. Like, get back here and focus. No, I liked it out there. Thank you very
You
much.
know, I think my instructors were happy when I was doing that because if I wasn't, then I was distracting the entire class. So I think when I was doing that, they were like, "Thank God she's just being quiet." Yeah.
Now they give them Ritalin and everything
Oh, they
else
tried.
today.
They tried to put me on that when I was a kid, and I
Did
said,
they
"No."
really?
Oh,
Well,
sure
see, I
did.
never.
Back in the early 80s.
Yeah.
Huh?
See, I was already long out of that environment. But that's the generational. You are a Xer?
No, born in 70.
You are a Generation Xer. Yeah, I think you is
Oh,
it. I
am I
think
an
yeah, you
X?
are. You're the
Wow.
in-betweener. Yeah, you're not a
That's really cool
millennial.
too, because you know what X really, the ancient symbol of X is? Divine
What?
feminine. That's
There
pretty.
you go.
Venus, the
Yeah,
crossing of Venus and
mm,
the sun. That's the
yeah,
Knights Templar. They always use the X, and that
yeah.
was the divine feminine part of their worship.
Hey, David Berry, and there's Miss Julianne Payne from
Hi,
down under.
Julianne. Hi, Dave.
Grandpa Brian, how you
Hi,
doing?
Grandpa.
Loretta Gilbert. So the title of our show is, which I happen to think is a really good one, is all right. So let's talk about the impossible has happened. What do you do next? And it's real interesting because the impossible can be anything, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I have been thinking more and more about what's happening to our solar system. Ben Davidson over at Suspicious Observers made the comment today, and it's true. We are now in this galactic sheet, this wave.
Oh, yeah.
It's here.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
we've only begun to see the effects of it, but what we have seen already, something is going. I don't know. The theory is that this could be basically an extinction event.
Mm-hmm.
If our sun, in fact, does what every other sun has done
Yep.
that has been affected by this galactic sheet, which comes around apparently, I don't know, every 26,000, every 12,000 years.
Mm-hmm.
So we're now seeing it. My thing is that all right, so what would be for the impossible for me? For me, well, the impossible would be that there would be full disclosure that we know something is about to happen, but we're pretty sure it's coming at us. What would be your impossible?
Oh, it's pretty big.
Well, that's why we're
But what I see is like it's a new birthing. It's a new creation point. And it's literally like I see the father energy, which would be like a sperm hitting the total galactic sheath of our galaxy. And it's in a big sphere, like a zygote, like an egg. So the sperm hits the egg, and when that happens, there's an electrical discharge. And that's what I think is going to happen. And I think it goes through the cell. And as it goes through the cell, and we're going to get closer, when it gets closer to Earth, it's gonna light things up, and it's going to get ready for a major transition. And that could be what happens when you transition from one age to another age. This could be a very natural process.
I'll just say this. I get up early. Many times I'm outside at 3 a.m. in the morning and go and look at Mars.
Yeah.
That's all I have to tell you. Jupiter is off the scale. I almost need a filter to actually look at where
Right.
Jupiter is coming in, but Mars is as red as I have ever seen it in my lifetime.
Wayne, when I was a little kid and I was under the tree and I had this totally out of body experience, and the Lord took me up above the earth, and then I saw God popped the earth, and then he brought back a new one, and it was shiny, sparkly light, and it was like, oh my gosh, it was wonderful. Oh wow, sign up for that because it was magical. So I saw this whole making a new earth, and it was like he popped our earth, and it was like gone, and then he brought back a new one. So
Speaking
that's
of,
why I see this potential with what's going to happen with this new light. I'm like, wow, if it's going to be what I saw, that might mean that we die, but we're going to wake up in this new place, and it's just fabulous. So, oh, really? Fear not. Maybe that's why they always say fear not, because
I don't, I
it
mean,
could be so much better than you ever imagined.
So, folks, this is the Deep Field Telescope view from Hubble, and I want you to just to clear your mind and just allow the imagery of the magnificence of what we're looking at. Trina, these are galaxies, some that we can see straight on, others that we only see by the side, but these are hundreds of millions, some are billions of light years away. And I wonder, Trina, do you think that because there's life there, I mean, there are stars that are bigger than our solar system. Um, and when we see galaxies like this one, a young galaxy that's in this formation, spiral galaxies, which always amazes me, Trina, is that you never see a square galaxy. They're always
Oh,
spirals.
nope,
Um, Always.
nope.
Do you think
And
that
I
they
mean,
debate if there's a Jesus or if there is a God? Do you think that they have these debates that are they ascending? Are they transitioning? What do you think?
I think that people need to get over it and understand that it's probably all of it is existed. Look at
I
how
like that.
big existence is. It's why fight over what is and what isn't? Why don't we just come to a place of balance that it might have all been possible, and that's cool. Go with what you like and don't go with what you don't. I think
You
it's
see these,
all a
Trina?
potential. Look at the potentials. Oh my gosh.
These are all galaxies that we have been able to cluster now, looking at what we call reality, this universe. Each one of these dots are, in fact, a galaxy bigger than the Milky Way.
Yep.
Some are huge. We have gaps in here. That's because we don't have a telescope that gets that deep. But when I look at this, Trina, we're a part of this.
Oh, through
And
and through. Yeah. Through and
yeah,
through. That's our body.
and this gets me a question, Trina. I was up early Sunday morning meditating. I want to get one particular picture. Here we go. And the concept of the whole debate of hell, a place of punishment, a place of whatever. And when I look at it here, I think about Earth. And I look at Earth as the feminine. I look at Earth as the giver of life. And when I look at others, I know there has to be other Earths out there. But why would Earth want to hold hell?
You know, the only way I can make any sense out of it is that maybe this is a part of our journey of our soul that goes into the subconscious part of the mind. So you can look at all of it, the dark and the light, the hidden and the seen.
So let
I
me
think,
ask you the next. I like that because here's my next question for us. This is a wonderful universe. I
oh
mean,
wow, wow,
it's huge.
wow.
Why would the soul be limited to just one planet? And I have a picture, folks. This is the last picture taken by Voyager before the camera was shut down. Voyager is now in interstellar space. First man-made that we know of, at least of ours, um, that is now. And I wanted to show you this, Trina. You and I talked about this, why we were late.
Mhm.
So this little blue dot, Carl Sagan, that's us.
Wow.
We're in a band of white light, which is really interesting that Voyager saw that as it was departing the solar system, that we got caught in the banding of light. And I look at this, Trina, why would we be limited to just Earth? By
I
the way,
don't
I feel so alone sometimes when I look at that picture. I really do. It makes me want to cry sometimes. To
well, yeah, because to me it says that's the cage right there.
Right
That's the
there.
cage. That's the cage. That's exactly what's holding us into a field of resonance of light vibration. Field of resonance of light vibration. It's exactly the band. It's holding us. Yeah.
I think we're looking at the matrix at the prison.
I absolutely do because I mean, it's based on light.
Yeah. I mean,
I
if you
mean, and
look
the light,
over,
think
you,
about it, the light spectrum is called prism. It,
mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah.
very, it's right in in the definition. That's why I think that this might be a construct of an eyeball. Yeah,
Hmm.
because it's about what we see here.
It does bring the loneliness of our planet into focus, doesn't it?
Well, I think that there's a lot held within that band frequency of light.
I bet
Multiple
you're,
dimensions. I mean, oh,
yeah.
the whole, there's a lot. Like I said, I tried to understand a little bit of creation one time. And I said, show me. And I got like so overwhelmed with so many images of different planets, different systems, different galaxies. And then we got to universes. I couldn't even get, I was like, stop. And then it was just laughter. It was like, then they showed me a pin, and then they showed me a little drop on top of a pin. And they're like, you didn't even get through that. I was like, oh man, wow. We can't fathom how big this is.
Oh, no, no.
Yeah, we can't.
I don't know what God is, but I know God isn't a construct by man. There is something
Mhm.
that is the essence
Oh,
of everything. That's who I
yeah,
talk to.
it's love. It's
Yeah.
love. It's the desire, love to to not be alone, Wayne.
And then and you bring up that, and that's my whole point with Earth, because Earth, when you look at it in the vastness of space, we are really alone.
Well, they say it's been quarantined.
I'm just reading some of the comments. Yeah.
So,
It
if
would
we
look
look.
like we were. I mean,
Yeah, so I was
why
gonna
the,
say that that
you
could
know,
be accurate, and that would give us an alone feeling
yeah.
because your subconscious strata would understand that you were being separated from that which is you. So you would never feel at home. You would always feel homesick because part of you, the cell that is you, is still connected to the cells of your body. Just like you can take blood and take it out of a person and put it 7,000 miles away and stimulate it with electricity, and the body will respond to that blood being stimulated across the world. We are powerful communicators through our blood and cells and tissue. It's just something magical.
In one of my astral journeys, when I went outside, there is an envelope in the astral realm around this planet.
Mhm,
It's very there. I in fact, I did a whole show on it, on the fact that when I got to the edge,
mhm,
why most people will not go forward is that because it's space.
mhm,
You're alone.
mhm,
You as a If you define our existence as the transference of our consciousness
mhm,
from a corporeal state of being
mhm,
into an incorporeal state of existence. Does that
mhm.
make sense?
Yeah.
We're all counting on the fact that this consciousness is transmuted over as we make the transition, that we retain the essence of, and I'm coming to a point because this is interesting. Um, our essences is our memory.
Mhm.
Now, I was in the shower and I had the strangest voice tell me in this, and I could see it. When we look into the mirror is our opportunity to see that we already exist in the future.
Yeah.
Now, follow me, Trina. If people really understood what that meant, you have the ability to literally peek in because it's still you.
Mhm.
My past is still the past, Trina.
Yes.
That'll never change.
No.
But what it says to me, and this is what the voice was trying to bring out to the point, we exist in this constant state in a quantum existence of future, past, and present.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that is the ultimate trinity that holds everything together in this reality-based existence.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alpha, omega, and then present.
So I've gotten
And
some.
now, and it's all in one. I totally.
Yeah, and so you look at alpha, beta, omega.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's all those
Yeah.
threes, and it's all based with time and the laws of time, and they are all existing simultaneously because the past, present, and future are one. And it's based on the perception, which is the essence, the memories.
Yeah. What I'm trying
It's
to convey to people in these teachings, and then these are pretty dark teachings, and they're only dark if you see them that way.
mhm.
Here's the thing: light does not exist.
This light in this construct is electricity. It's the god of El,
It's
Elohim.
plasma. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the false light construct, is what I've been told.
Dark, or what we would call black lightning.
Yeah, it's not the organic light. It's a reflective off of it. It's an image. It's copy. It's not organically. It's false light.
See, and this is what I contend about the ethereal realm.
Mhm.
My contention is that not all human beings are of the same soul or of the same spirit. We're not of the same essence. We all come from. Now there are clusters of us, yes,
Yeah.
yeah, but
And
we're
I think
all
this
not.
is the whole meaning of Genesis. It's because where are your genetics coming from? Where are your genetic codes coming from? Because everything seems to be based on codes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
We're gonna
Templates,
get.
codes
Yeah.
produce the sound, and the sound
Yeah.
produces the vibration. So yeah, the symbols and the vibrations and the colors are above everything.
I have a special little treat for our audience if to validate your point right there. Um,
At work.
this is the by Pan Grout. It's called E Square. This is 9 do-it-yourself energy experiments that prove your thoughts create your reality.
Yeah.
Now, Trina, this is such, I'm not, we're just going to, I highlighted just a couple so people can see. It takes, she says, if you really focus in on this, 48 hours
Yep.
to do
Yep.
an experiment. And let me get in here. We can play the Jeopardy song as he
Yeah,
goes.
right. That's all
Yeah.
right.
Here's what I like. One, Michael Longo O'Donnell wrote, "The way we have been perceiving life needs to be rolled away so that which is true can appear."
Yeah.
Folks, this book will blow you away. I think it's one that maybe Robert V. and the Soul Tribe could do in reading. It's a powerful, powerful book. For
Excellent.
example, check this out, dear. The 9 experiments in this book, most of which take a short 48 hours or less, will prove that FP, like electricity, is dependable, predictable, and available to anyone from St. Francis of Assisi to Barbara Walters. They'll prove what physicists over the last 100 years have discovered, that the field connects all of us, that the reason we control our lives is because every thought we have is an energy wave that affects everything else in the universe. But like electricity, you do have to plug into it. And you do have to quit being so gosh darn wishy-washy. Nobody in his or right mind would call up Sears and say, "Oh, just send me something I like." Likewise, you wouldn't call a plumber to fix your toilet with the provision, "Just come whenever you feel like it." Yet that's how most of us interact with this field. We're wimpy, vague, and don't have a clue how it actually works.
Hmm. Yep.
Now, Trina, these are, get this, you got the dude abide principles, right? This
Mm-hmm.
is the basic principle, the foundation upon which all the others rest. Basically, what it says is this: there is an invisible energy force or field of infinite possibilities. The experiment could best be described as an ultimatum. You're going to give the force exactly 48 hours to make its presence known. You're going to demand a clear, unmistakable sign, something that cannot be written off as coincidence. Does that intrigue your interest?
Yeah, and I know it's possible.
Well, I know you know. I mean, but this is one of those it's manifesting. I mean, I people have great ideas. It's this that most have struggle in taking the idea and manifesting it.
It's focus. It's most people cannot hold focus long enough, and that's part of the world we've been lived in. Everything instant, now, now, now. That was done on purpose to keep you from being able to focus
Okay. Yep.
and not doubt. Because that's what I mean. Most of us cancel our own wishes because we doubt.
Actually, people do it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, Here's one: the abracadabra principle. Most people associate the word abracadabra with a magician's pulling rabbits out of their hat.
Mhm.
Actually, it's an Aramaic term that translates into English as "I will create as I speak." It's a powerful concept. It's why Edison often announced the invention of the device before he actually invented it. It's why Jim Carrey wrote himself a check for $10 million before he ever made a movie.
Yep. Yep. It's true. And that word, it goes into a total pyramid as a sigil. And you can start with the A and then go B, R, A, and write the word out. And then it reads abracadabra down the sides, across the bottom. It's amazing.
I agree.
Yeah, it's definitely a magical sigil and a magical word.
Did you know that Jim Carrey did that?
Yes, I did. And I know the power of that word.
Yeah.
I
I
learned
mean,
about it
about
in The
writing himself
Secret.
a $10 million check?
I actually did that. I did write me that check. I wrote the check, and then you know what? I actually canceled the order.
No, I meant about Jim Carrey, that
I
he
did
wrote
know
him.
he did that. It
Okay.
was Freddie. I found out about that after I did mine because it was from The Secret. A lot of people did that watching The Secret, that movie, The Secret.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. A lot of
Yeah.
people did that. But I manifested the house instead.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
We'll get one more here. The man's chief delusion is his conviction that there are causes other than his own state of consciousness. Anyway, folks, this is
Wow.
a book you should have in here real quick, and because I actually had this marked off. Their principles you'll learn, we're really not here, not in the moment.
Mhm.
Now is the point of power. That's why it's so easy for a yogi who consciously clears out his mental static and to say he can change his heart rate or he can actually pass on. We've named it difficult. We stalk negativity. By
Mhm.
George, we think we've got it. These are fantastic sections, folks. The mind is so powerful, it can create something outside itself to be more powerful.
Wow.
Um, I'm
Wow.
going to do another show on servitors. Many of us have created servitors that you're not even aware that they're carrying out a command that you gave them, and that command is working against you.
Absolutely. That's what I mean, Wayne, when we can start really putting some energy together as a focused group to create positive changes and positive things in the world, it will manifest. It will
It will.
manifest.
It will.
Just like we manifested the rain.
We
We're
did.
learning.
We got to
Yeah,
do
we're
it
learning.
again.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
learning. And this is the key to salvation. This is the key. This is it.
Yeah.
When you learn that you are one with the creator and you actually cooperate, things happen.
They do happen. They
Yeah, so
do. I mean,
we can do amazing things. We really can if we really believe it. Like I
I
said,
think the
faith is
hardest
that
thing,
activator, you got to believe it.
it's it's one of the effects. I'm working with a professor. Folks, I recommend that academic.edu. That they really do pay attention as to who's downloading the white papers, what have you. Anyway, um, the interesting thing about those who've taken DMT, LSD,
Mhm.
other type of hallucinogenics is that one of the effects is, and you actually feel the same effect with alcohol, it's just weighted down, is the perception of you're living in the past, the present, and the future.
Wow.
It's a hard perception to get your, it actually can be very freaky.
Hmm.
Um, for instance, one of the experiments in any of one who's ever done this, you can take your hand and you can move your hand across. Now, I do that, you and I do that. We
Hmm.
see the hand is simply as it as one motion, right?
Yeah.
When you can see the break down the spatial realities,
Mm.
what your brain begins to see are the individual frames.
Frames. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
And that's when you begin to realize that
Yeah,
there.
I used to love the cigarette, because they'd light the cigarette and you move it, and it just made these solid bands of energy. You could make symbols and all. It's like, wow. Yeah, that was fun.
I used to do a lot of painting in blacklight paints,
Ooh.
and you know, yeah, it's
Wow.
it's a different reality.
I was gonna say, were things coming out of those? Yeah, I bet that was awesome.
Oh, I did
Wow. Yeah.
I had one
Yeah.
good friend of mine. She owned a bar,
Mhm.
and she wanted me to paint an Alice in Wonderland. And I told her the only way I could do this is that it had to be completely all in black lights and the wall had to be black. And so she would close the bar down at 2 promptly, and I would come in at about 2:30, and I would drop a hit of LSD
Yeah.
and then start creating.
Wow.
It was one of the most, she got more customers in because apparently, the rabbit trip was really quite a trip.
You created a portal.
Oh, it was just amazing, Trina.
Yeah.
It was. It
I'm
was just
telling
a
you, people
freaking.
could feel the energy of it. They're like,
I
you can
mean,
come here and we can change things here. Yeah.
I understand how Andy Warhol really got into painting a can of soup. I mean, I
Yeah.
really do. I mean,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
it's
When you can see the beauty in the most simplest of things.
yeah,
Yeah. Because like I said, those types of substances, they open your mind, and you are on a different plane, but you're
different
still
plane.
on this plane. But like you said, you're in multiple places at once, and it's profound.
Someone wrote to me yesterday when we were reading the book, and as I told him that these are plasma beings, and I went back and was looking at some, particularly in the Southwest, the Hopi Indians, and who was
Yeah.
the other tribe that built the cave dwelling?
Anasazi.
Yes, thank you,
Yep.
Anastasia. Yes,
Yep.
their drawings in those canyons depict
Lots of
these
plasma.
plasma beings.
Yep. Lots of plasma.
I
Yep.
mean, it's very clear when you look at them. All right, I guess if you look at it with a different set of eyes.
Well, I think that's what they knew what those meant, and I think now they're starting to finally actually disclose what a lot of these ancient symbols meant, and that yeah, they're saying this is plasma. This is like
Someone
light,
says,
like special kind of lightning coming from the sky.
not essential. That is very rude. I mean, listen, if you don't like the conversation, that's cool. But I can assure you, we're more sane than you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know who non-essential is, male or female, but that's just that's not cool.
Yeah,
In here.
Rain, I think the plasma is a huge part of their like creation stories. I think that's why they
I
had to
do.
go underground because of these plasma events.
Yeah. I think this galactic sheet that's moving through, I
This
contend
might be what actually causes it.
that's what I'm thinking as
Yeah,
well. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, what was it just 2 days ago in India? One village, 104, I believe, people died of electrocution from
Oh,
these lightning storms. I mean,
I've
come
heard that
on. Yeah.
I've heard that we've had record-breaking death from lightning strikes over the past 2 years. Wow, Wayne. Wow.
Yes, yes. And that
Yeah.
event that happened in San Francisco, right there in Northern California, that started all the fires, that was, I've never seen anything. And you live in the Southwest, you know, in the monsoon season, you can get some wild electrical storms.
This stuff is different though. Whatever
It is
this
different.
is
Yeah,
not not
yeah,
the same. Not the
yeah.
same. No. No. I think we're seeing actually lightning discharges coming out of the ground.
Yes, I agree. It shows
Yeah.
that. And I think that as well, I have a friend in law enforcement, and you know, things are, I tell you, I feel such empathy for those men and women that are in that line of professional duty, because as he said, he said it's it's tense, and he said that there's times you can literally feel it in the air. He said there's this thing like it's almost like something's crawling all over your skin. It's the emotion and the intensity.
Man, I just send powerful protections
Yeah.
and those
I
feelings
mean,
over them. Bring
yeah.
forth supernatural intervention.
Someone said
Yeah.
they,
I can't imagine what those guys are going and women are going through right now. I can't
oh,
imagine.
it's just,
Yeah.
it's
It,
Bosco.
it just breaks my heart.
It does me too. And
Yeah.
because these are, for the most part, these are good people. I mean,
They wanted to serve.
my,
Yeah.
I lost an uncle. He was a St. Louis, cop, county
Hmm.
cop. And, he died in the line of service, and I have a deep respect. My family, many of my family members are in law enforcement,
Hmm.
all the way up to the federal level.
We've
And
been working with DPS my entire life since I was a child because we run towing companies for the state.
yeah,
So
yeah,
this is they've yeah. I mean, Sheriff Joe Arpaio used to have lunch with my uncle weekly.
really, Joe
Yeah, so
himself,
yeah,
huh?
I've
Yeah,
been around these guys my whole life with legal, with cops and stuff. So just
that's
I know a lot of them I've known my whole life. So yeah, they're like
yeah,
family.
yeah. I let me ask you something on this because this was the purpose for the title. Do you think an event, an impossible event, something that, modern man says, ah, that'll never happen, happens, do you think that that would be a unifier for us?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It would be a clarifier, then a unifier.
I want, and in Reagan's words, echo in my thoughts, and where he said, again, right there before the world, he said, I wonder if we were under attack from something outside of our world,
Exactly.
what would we do?
Yeah. Would it bring us together real quick as a world?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope that I do. Wayne, I wonder if that was the two different earth realities that I saw. Everybody talks about this new earth and the old earth, and then the Bible talks about some people will just be gone, just disappear. I wonder if that's the difference. I don't know. Gonna have a division, energy, light. It's gonna separate realities, and you're gonna be going to whatever resonance you vibrate with. Hmm.
Actually, it's interesting you say that because, as you know, I take time in the morning and I do my meditating and it's out there. And um, I'm pretty much convinced as we make the transition, we're going to be attracted to the vibration of our energy as we pass over. That we all carry one. And
Yeah.
yeah, you wouldn't be able to exist in a person that would have an opposing view or an opposing energy level.
Yeah.
I don't think you, how could you? You would be
I
repulsing
do.
each
I
other.
think it's about understanding the different layers of light. And you're going to have to get, if you want to go to the higher realms, you're going to have to know how to get to the higher levels of light through, you're going to have to create a vibrating field that matches within your own vibrating cell. So what, what most people would call your Merkaba. So your Merkaba field, which is the energy centers within your energy body, it's its own creation. It's like its own unique fingerprint from creation itself. There's no other one like yours. But you got to get it going. You're going to have to really get it fired up, because you're going to need to get your rate of vibration to go extremely fast as thought. So, what I would do is work on getting your energy. That's why everybody's always saying, raise the vibration. It's not about raising vibration as much as it's about increasing your speed of vibration. You need to be able to go faster, 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 because these high level beings, man, they vibrate so fast. So I said, if you were to take the power of these beings in your body would like explode. It would vibrate, explode. It would it would dissolve it. You couldn't hold matter form because it's so high, because it's
It's like a
fast.
sonic weapon.
Yeah, it's so fast. So I think that's what, when you get out of your flesh body, you have the opportunity to really amp it up, especially if you're working on it in your physical body. Boy, when you get out of your physical body, man, you're going to be able to light it up, buddy. Woohoo! Light it up. And
Doris.
that's going to be a direct reference up to how fast you can get through the different membranes of what I think are gods. You're going to have to get through these layers of these deities, because the body that I see that we're in is like a body of the universe, and it's a mimic of our solar system. So like how each planet has a personality and it's a part of the body. So you want to focus on wherever you want to go. Do you want to go back to love, or do you want to go back to higher mind? Do you want to go to crown? Do you want to go throne? Do you want to go to sound creation, vibration? You want to be in the throat? I would suggest that if there was a hell, it would be in the bowels, and it would be in the ass.
I've met a few that were.
Think about it. The stomach is a pool of acid that consumes everything, thrown into the bottomless pit. That would be the stomach.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think about it. It all makes sense if you think about creation as an imitation, macro, micro, that's your body is the micro map of the macrocosmos. You are the micro of the macro. Literally, look at it as a body. It makes so much sense if you can literally see it as a body sitting on a zodiac wheel. And wherever your head's at, it's kind of what you're dealing with, because it's pointed at the magnetics of the
I was going to
head.
say, because in space, I know that what we think is up is not up. In
Right.
space, it's
We're
ridiculous.
somewhere in the body. Where?
It's, I have that one book, and the fact that explains how we're living actually, this, what we call life, is actually an in-between two, I guess you could say vibrations, much like the yin and the yang of the guitar, is that we're in between two vibrations, and we call this life. Because think about this, Trina. We talk about the afterlife, right?
Uh-huh.
You can't have an afterlife unless you had a before life.
Correct. Yep.
I mean, I have a
Yeah.
present
And like you
life.
said, how could they know about death if they didn't know about death? If they were eternal, right? I'm like, yeah, that was like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So,
know there's no way we don't exist, because whatever this power that this Merkaba thing is, this light body thing that we have, this divine spark, it's literally like a divine spark, and it makes this whole matrix of geometry, sound, and color. It's beautiful. They're all
well,
different. Yeah.
how about if you get to the point where, you see, I think that's a trap, and I'm going to tell you why. Because
Yeah, I totally can see that too, Wayne. Uh,
I
I've
have
looked at
been,
that whole, oh, this could be a light trap. And like I said, false light. Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
I've been
It's
when I
kind of hard for
meditate
people
on
to
this,
conceptualize anything though outside of their physical body. So I like the idea of it, the
yeah,
representation of the light body as a moving light vehicle of color, sound, and vibration.
yeah.
I resonate with that. But like you
No,
said, the whole Merkaba, yeah, I get it.
my what I was trying to point out is that I think there's something that's even above even the concept of light, darkness, good, bad, evil.
Yes.
There have been glimpses of where I have seen it's almost like I'm looking down at this thing that right, wrong, light, goodness, God, devil, angel, demon. You see, that can't be existence. It can't be. If that is the case, then there is no higher intelligence.
Remember when you saw yourself with that magical little seed crystal in your hand and you put it in its slot?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I see like the Merkaba. It's your light body. And you got to get it out of here and you got to get it back up where you're supposed to go so you can put it back. It's kind of what I see.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, that there's something above. And up there, you know that there's no dark light. You know. There's you just know. You know way more. It's a higher part of you. So I
When you
it's
enter your dreams, Trina, do you enter in from the dark or do you enter in from the light? Or do you understand, do you perceive on the thing?
I'm just in it. Like I'm just in a moment. Like
Isn't
all of a sudden
amazing? Yeah.
yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
in it and
Just,
it can be daytime, it can be nighttime, it can be whatever. Most of the time now, I keep finding myself in this existence. It's kind of like this, but it's a little bit more futuristic and I'm always there in the daytime. I saw a golden planet there and it had a stargate around it and it was daytime. I could, daytime.
yeah, I was telling Lynn, it's odd that you mentioned that because
Mhm.
there have been more and more incidences where I find myself to be in, it's huge, but there is this a huge influx of people. And it's
Mhm.
really bizarre because the buildings are pretty interesting. Yeah, yeah. You get
Are
me
they
off to think.
future or do they seem more ancient?
This is not even of this plane.
That's what I mean. I know, but
Yeah.
would it be, do you think future or is it more organic, more ancient, more earthly?
I actually think it's more ethereal. It's
Oh,
where
okay.
the walls are translucent.
I totally get it. Yes, I've
Yeah,
seen crystalline
yeah,
cities and
yeah.
stuff
It's
like
just
that. Yes.
everyone, and they're
Yep.
coming in from all different directions, and it's really a bizarre. It's different, I don't know.
Yeah,
Um,
I think that's like one of this. Those are one of the cities below, literally like one of the inner, like one of the throne. That's a high
yeah.
level, Wayne. That's a high level. That's a high level of light. Yes, high level.
Have you
A
ever
high,
had dreams in your past where, um, I know for myself, even as we were sitting here talking, there
uh,
was one particular dream I had that was just the most amazing dream. To this very day, I can still actually smell it's really weird. I'm crossing over this, it's like a bridge, but it's inside, and it's all red flooring, carpet. And as I'm walking, I'm suddenly walking into this huge building. It's a house, and it's huge. And the craftsmanship is something you don't even see here today. And the
yeah,
thing that I can always smell, do you know, have you ever been in an older home that has a lot of wood? The
yeah,
walls are made of wood,
yeah.
and it has that particular scent because you have to have the oil on it.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
I know my mom's house is like that. I know
wow,
exactly what you're talking about. We built it 37 years ago and it's old wood, oiled. I
you
know
got
it.
that smell, yeah.
Yep.
And there are heavy felt curtains in this, and it's a anyway, I walk through this grand ballroom, and as I am
Wow.
walking, I'm suddenly walking into this huge cavern that people are digging. There's digging going on, and it's archaeological digging, and it's yeah. I'm sorry. I get yeah.
Wow. That's
It's
cool.
it. I had this dream
Wow.
30 years ago, and it's still. I swear it was from me from a different life.
See, there's those visions. They're not like dreams because they
Yeah.
never fade.
Yeah, this is like a castle is what I was in. It was like a castle
That
that
is cool,
yeah,
Wayne.
yeah, I mean,
And
just the
finding
weird stuff.
ancient hidden treasure.
That's the thing it was when I walked through
Wow.
this ballroom, you walked and I walked, the doors opened and there was this huge cavern and you could smell the mustiness of the earth and there was people digging everywhere. It's just
That's completely amazing. And that's so funny too, because I always heard like at these end times, the earth would start moving and changing and it would start burping up its secrets. And we
hmm,
would
that's
start finding
interesting.
things that we never knew were here, and it would totally change everything. And the humans are going to be like, wow, we came from the Pleiades, we came from the Arcturians. We're going to see our true history. I don't think it's going to be able to be hidden much longer.
That was a foreign concept 10 years ago. I've heard about it, that we come from different star systems.
I
And
know it.
now, I'm absolutely,
I
yeah,
know
it's
it.
like, yeah, I'm absolutely convinced that is the case.
I think it
you
has to
know,
be.
you
I
know,
think the movie Avatar is exactly kind of what went down.
oh, well, thank you, Mother Nature. So sweet. The road.
She is so sweet.
She
I
is.
love
I was like, it's like, how cool is that? We ought to have
Yes,
her
we
on the
love Mother
show.
Nature.
We
Yeah,
got some
so
of the
it's like
coolest
the
people.
Avatar thing, Wayne, is a potential that we invaded the planet
Yeah.
and somehow we got into avatars and we created bodies and the God said, let's create an image of, so there's a lot of foundation with this. If you look at it in a broader view,
Oh, I tell you how I looked at it today, and I was laughing because I was, talking to whoever this. I don't even put a personification to it. And I said, I'm figuring something out. All right, we have gods, we have the angels, demons, we have all these aliens, because I don't think they're humans, that seem to be focused in on humans.
Mhm.
And I said, are we just simply the smorgasbord that never ends? I mean,
Well, think
it.
about it. If they say love is the God of everything, right?
Mhm.
And if earth is the heart, we might be in the realm of love.
Yeah,
That could be the focus because it might be the
no.
most powerful center because think about it, Earth is what puts out the strongest magnetic force
Well, what
in the
about us
cosmos.
individually? Talk about the soul traps, and that's what I was getting in my thought process was that now, wait a minute. I just wanted to, now that's what I literally said in my mind. Wait a minute.
Yep.
All right, what's really going on here? I mean, God, devil, Lucifer, all this whole construct, it's
Mhm.
all about us. Because listen, if there's a war that's taking place in the heavens, it wasn't our war. We
Mhm.
should we should never even be in a position to have to choose a side. It's not our war. But
Yep.
something else is going on. They say that the soul trap after you die, and I'm saying, this sounds like a feeding process.
Yeah.
And it makes me more and more convinced that they're feeding off of us.
Wayne, I've thought that for a long time. That's why I was really upset about the whole reptilian situation.
It's the
And then when they tell me they're like, don't be getting so
oh,
down on those reptilians. They're like, because you're part reptilian, dummy. I was like, oh, what? Yeah, so they're like saying now we're all part reptilian. So
it's like buying a new suit or a new dress. You have no idea who made it. A
nope.
human hand or a machine, let's say a human made it. So you have no idea what that human's intention was. They were weaving it. But when
Yep.
you put it on carrying the fact that it's a gene, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Maybe
it's like,
that's why we have to go into quarantine because the new mixture, they got to
it's
make
like,
sure it's okay to leave before it gets out into the universe
like
because ruh-roh.
I mean, seriously.
Maybe this is a
Uh,
testing ground for the new gene creations. It's like, okay, that
whew.
one didn't work out so well. Okay, but
Mm.
that one's cool to go, but no, this one can't. Yeah, who knows?
I I don't know. Marsha Price wrote me about 3 days of darkness, you know, and she sent me a link to a video, and it's very interesting to think about um, the whole concept 3 days of darkness. I mean, it has so many allegories to it.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, 3 days in the ground, 3 days of consciousness. I mean,
Sun
3 days
stood
of this.
still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's the
yeah.
equinox. There's so much to that.
Mm,
3 days. And then it's silence in heaven. There was silence in heaven.
yeah.
This is a big deal. Yeah.
You know, and I know this is why we look at a second look. It's 2015 through 2016. It started to wane in 2017 is when we heard the sounds coming from the sky. Felt, you know, it sounded like something was being scraped. That's what we heard here. And they recorded this all over. In fact, the Fox Sports recorded the sound at the um, Tampa Bay Rays baseball game. They
Wow.
literally, the sound came across, and Jack Buck actually said, "What is that sound?"
Right.
Now we're hearing, and I documented it when Lynn and I 2 weeks ago, we heard the hum coming back.
Ooh.
So the question I have is that you think that was this? I contend it was the Earth telling us that something was going on. I still contend that. I have no proof of it, but
I think you're right, Wayne.
yeah.
I really do.
Um, yeah.
See, I keep seeing that it's like inside of our earth, you know how they say there's a sun, there's a light source in there?
Yes, yes, they do. Yeah.
Totally. That's like the divine spark that's inside of us. It's the same thing, micro, macro. I think this light changes that light inside the planet. And I think that's why you see Mars and Jupiter and all these planets, they're completely changing now because I think their internal core light has been amplified.
By the way, Trina, get that further. Um, People don't realize we really don't need the sun,
Mhm.
because if the sun was to disappear or go away, and I think Earth has been through this,
Mhm.
um, the core of the Earth would keep this planet on the inside
Mhm.
habitable for
Yeah. Ever.
billions of years.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
long time. Right.
yeah,
Longer than we can comprehend.
yeah. I
Yeah.
wonder if that's what's happened in the past.
I think that's why a lot of the people went into the inner earth. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
See,
It would make sense that
David
some
Barry, we
people,
love you too, brother.
and I do, I think it, it's like, remember they would say the meek shall inherit the earth. Think about the
Yeah.
ones that they took into the inner earth, Wayne. They were all the indigenous tribes.
And I bet you they were friendly. I bet you they get along with one another.
They thrive in inner earth.
I
Yes,
mean,
they thrive.
that's
Yes. So
probably why they'll
I think,
never invite
yeah.
us, you know? It's like,
I'm like,
gee.
there's a lot to this.
I miss David Castle too. We all do. We send
Yes.
you much love, David.
Such much love,
Um,
David. Miss you.
yeah. Yeah, and that's why I think they'll never invite the surface people, because they say, you folks don't get along. You don't play well with one another.
Yes, absolutely.
Because we
Absolutely.
don't. I mean, adults. I saw an incident at the grocery store that you just go, really? I mean, and I'm not even going to repeat what it was, because it was adults, and I'm going, really?
Yeah, it's the whole world that we've been taught
Uh,
to participate in, which is based upon consumption, self-image, and it's all material. And through that, you become very competitive. And the competition now that is within humanity is going to be what it ultimately will destroy it.
Well,
Mhm.
I'll just say this: there are indicators, and
Yep.
I and observers can pick those things up. When you see a certain amount of the population trending to something, and in this case, buying weapons,
Yeah.
um, I that
Yeah.
it apparently this is a nationwide phenomenon now that more Americans are buying firearms.
They're saying right now, if you want any kind of like an AK or anything like that, you're on a 3 to 5 year waiting list, and there's no ammo
Well, there you go.
for these guns. When you do finally get them, you will have no ammunition for them. So yeah, there is definitely something going on.
I'm glad I have a bow and arrow.
Mhm.
Mhm. I do. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
anyway. Oh
Compound
well,
bows, those are nice things.
I tell you, I
Yeah. Get lots
years
of arrows.
true story, Trina. In fact, she had the same spirit energy that you did.
Mhm.
Her name was Robbie.
Mhm.
This was, I guess, 1970, yeah, 73.
Wow.
She was a state champion
Mm.
with the compound bow.
Yeah, Archer. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and got me into it and a lot of other
Yeah.
people. We
I
got
used
into
to do
archery.
archery when I was a kid. I loved it.
See, why did I sense that? That is
Yeah,
so
I did.
weird.
We used to do it all the time at my dad's cabin. My dad used to
Yeah.
hunt elk and deer with
Hmm.
archery. So yeah, we
Yeah.
yeah, it's always been
Yeah.
part of my family upbringing was
Well,
compound bows.
see, isn't that odd? It's
Yeah.
weird. uh,
Yeah.
well, see,
Yeah.
folks, we covered everything from the
Yeah.
universe all the way down to the micro. I mean,
Absolutely.
I love this,
Absolutely.
Trina. We have so much fun here, and I can just see by the comments, and
Yes.
the crowds are getting bigger on this show,
Well,
Trina.
and we're just throwing around just so many beautiful concepts and looking at life with a bigger set of lenses because we definitely don't know the full story. And I think we're getting ready to find out a lot more, Wayne. I really do. I really think Mother Earth is going to start to reveal her secrets. She wants us to know.
So I have the radio that goes in my garage, and I keep it on 24/7. Lately, I have been going out and U2 is playing. I still haven't found what I'm looking for. And and I mean, not once, not twice, not thrice,
What keeps
we're
coming on
talking,
with me?
huh?
Because you know what keeps coming on with me? Because
What's
I
that?
kind of get
What's
frustrated
that?
with the whole face covering thing. You know that song by ABBA, All I Want Is the Air That I Breathe and to Love You. I was like, that's all it
Yeah.
just keeps coming on over and over again. I'm like, really? Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
yes, 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 yes. Do you have to wear them down
So
there?
funny. It's the way our subconscious connects to the environment. It's
Oh,
so powerful
it's weird.
and
We'll do
manifest.
another one on that one.
Yeah.
Justin Moore says you're very brilliant. Oh, well, thank you.
Oh, and
You know,
you are, Wayne.
well, no, I listen. I yield to the grace of my co-host on that.
No, I
We
feel
we
very
just
blessed and honored.
we just keep the conversation lively,
We just
and
have a lot that we're looking at, and it's so much fun.
it is. It
It-
is. Isn't I
we're
think
we're figuring some stuff out. I think that's been very carefully locked away for a long time.
let's see. Someone says, "Can I make a picture of Mars?" I'll try to see that. I haven't hooked up my camera to my eyepiece in a while, so that's kind of cool. It's an idea. Are
Yeah,
you ever
but
up
they're
at that
saying
time in
that
the
all the
morning?
planets, huh?
Are you up at that time in the morning?
Not that early. Well, sometimes, Wayne.
Lynn is, she's, she tells me, she says, I'm putting you on the couch. She says, because she can feel the energy. There's something, and it's been
Three
here for,
o'clock. Me too.
yeah, I mean,
Me too. Me too. Like
yeah,
I
it's
said,
like
but I try to go
space.
back to sleep by about 5, and I sleep till 7. But yeah, it happens a lot. It literally gets you straight up out of bed. Yeah.
She told me, she said, you can take that 333 and
And right. And shut it up. Yeah. She's like, knock it off.
I said, but wait a minute.
Yes. And I
I'm innocent of this. Trust
It,
me. I mean, it
yeah,
had
it's like
nothing
an
to do with
alarm
it.
clock hitting her. She's like, the energy comes in and she's like, bam. She's like, just go. Just go,
She
Wayne.
she literally says, she says, I'm gonna put you on the couch, and she says, whatever the hell else is with you.
Absolutely. Take that
Like,
energy alarm
oh,
clock out of
gee,
the room.
I told her, I said, honey, I'm just not really feeling the love here anymore.
Absolutely. She's like, I don't care. It's
It's
3
like
o'clock in
she
the
said,
morning.
she
Yeah,
says,
it's
if you
3 o'clock in the
expect
morning.
me to be, what did she says? She says, love, she says, and the thing, who was it? What does love got to do with it? Who sang that
Oh,
song?
gotcha.
Oh man, why
I
can't we
can't think of it
remember
either.
their
It's on the
name?
tip of my
Yeah, I
tongue.
can see her face. I
Yeah.
mean, anyway, someone will tell us, but anyway.
Yeah. What do you talk about love? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't, like I said, though, Wayne,
Tina
I
Turner.
normally, there you go. I
Yeah.
normally sleep through the night, but like I said lately, yeah, this 3 o'clock thing, and I've noticed it's happened in my life before, but it's definitely, yeah,
It's
it's been
definitely
going
up.
on for
Yeah.
months right now. It's weird.
I go out and look at the sky. I mean, the last
Me
couple of
too.
weeks have been really crappy because of the smoke, but we've gotten a break from the smoke. And
Mhm.
when I went out there, Tina Turner, that's it. Yeah. You
That's
know how
it.
I knew it was
Tina
Tina
Turner.
Turner? Because
I
of
love
her
her.
legs. And when I think of Tina Turner's legs, I think of Kathleen Turner's legs,
Oh,
who had her legs insured for $1 million by Lloyd's of London.
wow.
You didn't know that? Yeah.
No, I didn't
Kathleen
know that.
Turner, I
That's
mean, that
cool.
girl had some
Wow.
gams, man. I mean,
Wow.
because the one part of a woman's leg is the kneecaps, the knees. And you have some women who have just ugly kneecaps. I mean, but then you got those others like Kathleen Turner, that, wow, I mean, talk about genetics. Anyway,
Yes. Perfect. Yes.
how do we get talking about that? Because you, Steiger, you brought it up.
Gotta love them legs.
Hey,
Tina
well, you
Turner
climb
did have
mountains.
those legs too. Wow, she did have those
Yes,
legs.
she did. And Tina Turner, I mean, that woman, whew,
I
yeah,
love her. I just love
yeah.
her.
I don't like Cher's politics, but I love Cher's. Uh,
Me too. I gotta
yes.
agree 100% on
Oh
that. One of my
man,
favorites, but I don't agree with her
yes.
politics.
She is a performer that.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Here we are.
That was the first concert I took my firstborn to.
Oh really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Believe tour. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great song. I
Yep.
believe.
Do
Yes, I
you
can actually hear that.
believe
Do you
in
believe in
love?
love?
Uh,
Oh,
uh,
yes. All right, folks. Yes, 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 yes. You can come and join us anytime for karaoke. We open
Absolutely.
up at,
Absolutely. Why not?
and Barry Chad said, Rolling on the River. Oh, yeah, that was
Oh, it's a
another one,
good song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that's a good
yeah.
song.
I
Mhm.
mean, I saw when she was with Ike, and,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. What a
Oh,
story there.
isn't that true? Woo!
Yeah. What a
Oh.
story. Wow. Yeah.
Right, everyone. I can't believe y'all stayed with us this they're like, yeah, I mean, yeah, you know why? Because it's real here. We don't,
Yeah.
yeah, we don't,
Yeah.
you know,
We're just hanging out with some of
yeah,
our most wonderful people that we love
yeah, talking about it,
and
if
learning and loving and creating hopefully wonderful things together.
we'll get the espresso machine to be virtual. We'll figure that
Oh,
out.
wouldn't that be awesome?
Wouldn't that be awesome? Yeah.
It's so funny because we've got so much virtual already.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I want the teleportation thing. I want that, it's that when I'm sitting here, I could teleport you, that hot cup of
Yeah.
coffee,
I think we're not too far off
I
with
don't
that.
think we're that far away.
No,
Really,
'cause
no.
with the VR headsets and the holographic
Hmm.
displays.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, the holographic technology that's getting ready to come up. I don't think we're too far.
Gene Roddenberry was ahead of his time, the holodeck, oh, that's,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely. Like I said,
taking,
you know, I think that they've had teleportation for a while, but I only think they have it to specific places.
All right, then I know we got to go, folks, because it's 1111 across the board. But on Paranormal Caught on Camera, the guy down in Austin, Texas, and I actually made a recording of this. He walks out because he's got one of those Ring doorbells, right, that can see everything. It shows him walking out, shows the time. He walks out, goes around the sidewalk. Camera still sees him. He stands there, and the next thing he is a light. He is a freaking light that is shooting off into whatever. The weird thing was, the camera caught him coming back some 4 hours later, materializing back.
Wow, they got the two-way door.
Yeah, and
That
I'm
is rare.
like, what is
Wow, that's rare.
that?
You can usually see them coming or going, but never both. That's profound. See, I think these are portals and I think they move and I think they're only open at certain times. So you have to be pretty precise to know where you're jumping because yeah, you could screw up.
So
And
who are these people that know this? I mean, he just walks out of his house. Who would have ever thought? I mean,
I think they're ours.
Mhm.
I think it's ours.
I think they may be ours too.
I know
I
it.
don't
I know it
know.
because yeah, they
Jeez.
said the
Yeah.
programs for time travel started in this timeline. If you go to the future timelines and ask them when this technology started, and it is now. And we're seeing it on camera.
Let's see. What was that agape thing? What I saw this on was Paranormal Caught on Camera. That's where I saw it at.
That is awesome, Wayne. Like I said, you saw both ways. That's profound.
It's
I've never seen two ways. I've only seen one. Wow. Wow.
like, wow.
Mhm.
All right, everyone. Thank y'all. Thank you, Trina. Stay with me. It's just been fun.
Absolutely.
V Nazaro says teleportation deconstruct particles and reconnects on the copy on another. It's TV, is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
TV. Yeah, literally, Willy Wonka had it right. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. Who was the kid who said, "I want to be on TV. I want to be the first kid to be teleported"? Anyway,
And he did it. Yeah.
yeah, you
Shot
know
him
the
right
little.
in.
Anyway,
Yeah.
all right, folks. We love y'all. Trina, are you doing shows still during the week, hon?
Yeah, I was at Zion, so I had this week slow, but I've been uploading a little bit from Zion, just quick little 1-minute videos.
I've caught them.
So, yeah, just doing
Yeah.
that. And I have some more from the Grand Canyon. So I just got home yesterday, late last night. So working on it. And
Well, you look fabulous. So,
thank you. You know, nature, it's a healing balm for your
it is.
soul. It
Yeah.
really, really, really is.
The healing balm of Gilead.
It is crazy,
Mhm.
amazing. It was profound. Like I said, wow. Yeah, I'm really glad I went. And it was cool to do that with my kids and cool to be young enough to keep up with them. And it was just a wonderful experience.
Beyond the Veil. I'll check that out. In fact, I think I'm subscribed to that, Randy. I'll check. People are saying Beyond the Veil. So,
Veil.
well, we all love you. Hello, Mary Wins. How are you doing? I haven't seen her in a while.
I love Mary.
Yes. Deborah Truax, Deborah Sloan, Z, somebody's in Mother Nature. We love you.
Yes.
Yes, we put Miss Trina's channel over there. I see your channel is growing. I'm glad to see that.
Thank you. I love
How's
you guys.
I see the Milky Way still needs a little boost, so we gotta get Robert on here.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have him on as come on as a guest.
That would be awesome. Yeah, he just got back. He spent the weekend in nature too, hiking in the woods.
Good. I hope he didn't get
Yeah.
any ticks. That's the thing.
Nope. He said no ticks and no bear got him. There were tracks, but he didn't see the bear.
Well,
I'm like, that's good, Robert.
Yogi, I don't want to have anything to do with that. Although
Me neither. I'm like, I don't like bears. No.
no.
I love them at a distance, but I don't want to be sleeping when you're in their territory. Yeah.
No. And we got
like that when you're in their territory. Yeah.
We got a real problem here in Colorado with them right now. They're, getting ready to start hibernation, and so they're looking to eat everything and anything. They're smart too.
I know that there is a food shortage. So.
Yeah. All right, folks. Yeah. Much love to everyone. Stay with me, Trina. We'll see y'all next. And it's Saturday night that you're on with Robert on the Milky
Milky
Way
Way
Soul
Soul
Tribe.
Tribe.
All right,
Yep,
folks.
Saturday night.
Check it out. All right. Much love, everyone. Bye-bye.